The 6 books that changed my life. Everyone knows that readers are leaders, but there are some real books out there that can completely change your life. I'm going to share with you the 6 books that took me from living in my parents' basement, broke, bankrupt, with bad credit, to a multimillionaire today. There are some real books with some great information in them, and there's some books, of course, that you could probably skip over. I'm going to tell you the 6 best books to change your life so you do not have to guess. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. You gotta get it done, or you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
Okay, so let's get right into it. Books are probably the best thing that you can do to actually change your life. People tell you that books are, readers are leaders and different things like that. But I'm going to tell you the one thing that made me know that books and reading was a life changer. And that was the fact that someone kept reminding me that there was a time in this country where people were not allowed to read. And one of the main things that they tried to do in slavery was to stop the slaves from learning how to read. That fact alone lets you know how powerful literacy is and how powerful reading is. So let me tell you some books that now that you can read, anyone can read, no one's stopping you from reading, that can really change your life and take you to a place where you want to be. So before I get into all of the books, I'm going to just give you some honorable mentions. There are some amazing honorable mentions that I must mention to you, like Freakonomics or Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. There's some great books that I thought that almost could have made this list that really changed my life. You know, this is some great books like Knowing Your Value by Mika Brzezinski, or The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. That was an amazing book that just helps you to know that just doing a little bit each day really will take you to that next level. And then all of the John Maxwell books. Those are some amazing books that did not make this list, but they are really, really good if you are looking for a book to really open up your mind to what's possible for you. But let's get into this list because it is so important. Number 1, Think and Grow Rich. This was the book that really just opened up my mind because I had heard about this book so much, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. How it was this amazing book where he found all of these successful people and he interviewed them and he found what was the thing that all successful people kind of had in common. And he gives you some great stuff like auto-suggestion, again, things that we do with affirmations and speaking positively to ourselves, masterminds, like finding mentorship in networking groups and talking to only those types of groups. All of that information is inside of Think and Grow Rich. It really is your mind and your mindset that makes you rich. I know people think, oh, what bank did you go to? What did you put on the application? What do you say when they do this? Yes, those are amazing, tangible things. But the biggest thing to becoming rich is changing your mindset and knowing that it's the way that you think and what you think about most of the time, and knowing that your thoughts become things. These are all concepts that are taught in Think and Grow Rich, and this is why it's probably one of the best books written still to this date. And now it is out of copyright. You can get that book absolutely free, or you can get really inexpensive copies that people sell on Amazon for $3 and $4. I have been reading Think and Grow Rich for about 20 years, literally 20 years of me reading that book off and on every now and then, almost like it's a little mini Bible. I do read the Bible also, but that book is an amazing book that I pick up and read just one page of, or just a chapter of, or I will just refresh and every now and then just read it again. Every single year, I'm rebuying and rereading that book. And it's often a book too that I give away to one of my students or friends that are asking and really trying to change their life. I'll say, hey, start with this book. It's a great beginning. Number 2, What Got You Here Won't Get You There. This is an amazing book that just talks about how you got to one level of success is not what's going to get you to that next level of success. And more importantly, what it talks about, giving you a synopsis of the book, is that it's usually your behaviors that is holding you back from getting to that next level. So for example, you may do some really great things tangibly, like you show up on time, you wake up early, you do your assignments when they're due. Those are tangible things that you do. And that got you to this level of success. Well, now that you want to break through to that next level of success, like say that got you to 6 figures a year. Now you want to get to millionaire status. This was me. I needed to read this book. Okay. What Got You Here Won't Get You There, because I needed to understand that it was my behaviors. It was my attitude. It was me yelling at employees, or maybe putting them down, or maybe I'm not telling them stuff that I should tell them because I feel like they can't handle it. I had all of these like behavioral things that was pointed out to me in this book that really helped me get to that next level. And that is really how I broke through to 8 figures a year, okay, getting to, again, to 10 million plus, because I really had some great tangible things that I would do. I would get up early, I would do my assignments. Well, guess what? I also wouldn't share information. I will also blame the messenger. That was one that was in the book that it really talked about, and it really was nailing me. Like, man, that is so me. Like, if somebody's bringing me this bad information, I'm spouting and yelling at them about the information, which would cause them to then not tell me, which is stopping me from getting to that next level. So What Got You Here Won't Get You There is an amazing book. I absolutely love it. It's a life-changing book. And again, I feel like it's also kind of in the family of this book here, which was an honorable mention. It's called Hell Yeah or No by Derek Sievers. Again, another amazing book that did not change my life. Again, this is not one of the 6 books, but it is definitely an honorable mention, and letting you know, like, if you don't really feel like doing something, if it's not a hell yeah, then you really probably should say no and focus on only the things that are a hell yeah for you. And so those 2 books and those kind of concepts together have really taken me to that next level. All right, let's keep going. Number 3, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a by Mark Manson. Mark Manson is an amazing author. He's on YouTube as well. I follow him for many years. He has that book, and I'm also reading his other book about, everything is effed. And he uses the F word a lot in his book. So if you are not someone that is used to hearing that language, it is going to be a little off-putting for you, but at the same time, it's amazing information, and you should not let the fact that he's using a curse word stop you from getting all of that great information, okay? You got to learn to eat the meat and spit out the bones, okay? And this book is the same way. If you're someone that doesn't like cursing, you are missing out on an amazing book that lets you know that you care too much about things. So the synopsis of this book and why it was such a life changer for me, going from someone that was broke, bankrupt, had bad credit, multiple foreclosures, living in my parents' basement, to a multi-millionaire entrepreneur with lots of successful businesses, makes millions of dollars per year. How I went from that to that was really what was inside of that book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a by Mark Manson. Because the main thing that you need to realize on your journey to anything is you probably care too much about what other people think. And this is a really, really big thing. You have to get to the point where you do not care what people think. You care about people and not care what they think, but always listening to other people's opinions, always listening to their experience and what happened to them and how it didn't work for them and what they're telling you is not going to be valuable for you. In order to actually be rich and successful, you actually kind of need to go against what other people say. Like, people told me, no, Noelle, you can't look like how you look and be a real estate mogul. They were wrong. Then I came on YouTube and people, oh my gosh, you look silly. You have 2 master's degrees. What are you getting on YouTube saying all of that stuff? Well, guess what? I make millions of dollars from YouTube and sharing really great information with you for free. So they were wrong. And I was really, really right. But if I listened to other people and let them taint what I was doing, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be successful. I would still be in my parents' basement, or I'd probably just be working a job, a very menial job, instead of being the multi-millionaire person that you see today. Just think of those 2 outcomes. If I listen to other people, I work a job, I live a comfortable life. If I don't listen to people, I'm here with you telling you, don't listen to people. You can do it. You can do anything that you want to do. People do not know what's possible for you, and other people's opinions don't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. What other people think doesn't affect you. What they believe, if they try to stop you, none of those things work. It's only about what you think. And so the subtle art of not giving a F is letting people just kind of say stuff and it's in one ear and out the other. You don't even you stop asking for their opinions too. Hey, I'm thinking about doing real estate. What do you think about that? Hey, I'm thinking about joining this program. What do you think about that? Hey, I'm thinking of going to this event. Do you want to come? Oh, I don't want to come because this and that. They're just going to try to do it. All of that negativity is from asking other people. You have your own thoughts and you have your own negative thoughts. The last thing you need is someone else's negative thoughts. You already know and have lots of reasons why something won't work. You don't need other people to tell you why it won't work. You only need to convince yourself that it will work. So reading this book is a life changer. You should read this book. I absolutely love this book. I tell people about it, but I have a lot of Christian friends. So a lot of times I have to just forewarn them. He says the F-bomb a lot. He says the S word. He says the M word. He says all of the bad words, but they're written down there. So they're just words. You can skip over them. Readers are leaders. Eat the meat, spit out the bone. Let's keep it moving. Number 4, The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. This book is absolutely amazing because, as I have mentioned before, if you want to become a multimillionaire, if you want to become a millionaire, you are a 1%er. That means 99% of the population does not do that. So you have to be able to think big. You have to be able to think bigger than other people. You have to see yourself as something bigger than you are right now. And this book will help you. There is a real magic in thinking big. There's no way that you could become a billionaire without thinking about becoming a billionaire. There's no way you would become a millionaire without thinking about becoming a millionaire. You have to be able to think big thoughts. It doesn't cost you a thing. There's nothing stopping you from thinking big. It's just you. And once you can think big, thoughts become things. So if you can have big thoughts, you can have big things. You get that? This book is amazing. Read it. Life-changing. Number 5, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Now, this is going to be a controversial one for people. People are going to be like, oh my God, that book is such trash. He doesn't really give you a lot of information. He's really just telling you a story. There's people that have come on the internet and tried to debunk his story about his rich dad and his poor dad. And let me be clear. I do not care if it's actually a true story that he had a rich, dad that was his friend's dad versus his dad who was the poor dad, but it was a professor and very highly educated. This was an amazing book. I'm sorry. This book has been an amazing book, a bestseller for many, many years, and it changed my life, okay? It made me realize that some of the thoughts that were taught to me by my parents were poor thoughts. Even though my parents were educated and they had come from, another country and made a good life over here, they still thought very poor. They did not think like multimillionaires. They were not millionaires. They thought, go to school, get a job, have a family. That's that. That is the ultimate life. Well, when you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, his rich dad tells him you can have employees, you can have millions of dollars, you can go on vacation when you want to, you can have other people earn money for you. You don't have to be the one that works and earn and trades your time for labor. Other people can trade their time and labor and you pay them and you make millions. That is what Rich Dad, Poor Dad really teaches you, and that you can be rich. And it really is a mindset to it, not just education and going to school, okay? And that the public school system teaches you nothing about how to be rich. So it truly is someone else maybe in your life that could even be adjacent to you, could be talking to you on the screen that is rich, that can tell you how to actually do it instead of listening to someone that is not rich, constantly telling you what to do. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a life-changing book. I absolutely recommend it. It has a 25 edition that came out a few years ago. I absolutely love it. I think it's a game changer. It was a life changer for me. Let me keep going. A book that completely changed my life that you probably won't expect. 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. So shout out to Tim Ferriss, who is this amazingly fit guy. He has a podcast. When I read the book, The 4-Hour Work Week, I was taken aback because he just talks about having a digital business and how having an online business where you do not have to have a physical office, where you do not have to go into a physical office, where you can run your business from your phone or for your laptop is life-changing. And it opened up my eyes, and it really did create a situation for me where I created an online business. I was always focused on having a store and having this brick and mortar business, but really I've made way more money with e-commerce, with having a business where I don't need a physical location, where people can buy things off of my website and I can ship them, or I could even have a drop shipper ship those items. That is truly how you could get rich really, really easily. And you do not have to work a 40-hour work week to achieve this. The 4-hour work week was game changing for me, life changing. I really one day hope to meet Tim Ferriss, shake his hand, and thank him for giving me the 4-hour work week. It's a very, very old book. Like I said, I read that book probably more than 15 years ago, but for me, it was a life changer because it gave me tangible things that I could do to actually create this online business. And he showed me all of the different email campaigns that you can do to get business, how you can send email coupons, how you can do campaigns via email, how having an email list can really make you a millionaire. And truly, once I got a mentor, I had already read this book. My mentor told me, you get 10,000 emails, you got $1 million, sis. And guess what? She was right. Now I have an email list of over 100,000 people. So now you already know what Noelle's bank account looks like just from that fact. But I was not even aware of how powerful an email list was, how powerful an a website that I sold items was, cart abandonment type of things, where if someone starts putting something in their cart and then they leave, you can have automation that says, hey, you sure you don't want that? Different techniques like that are inside the 4-Hour Work Week. Tim Ferriss really did a great job by just spelling it out and giving you the actual information. And now with today's technologies and all of the applications, the apps like Canva and Zoho and Get Response and Constant Contact, you can automate a lot of that and make a lot of money without ever leaving your house, being able to work from a beach, being able to work from a cabin, being able to work from your phone. All of these things don't require you to actually be in the business to make a lot of money. And so the 4-Hour Work Week was a complete game changer for me. I absolutely recommend that book, again, by Tim Ferriss. He has a podcast. The 4-Hour Work Week is game changing for anyone that is even thinking about having a business. Make sure you read this book because it is amazing. Okay, one last thing. And so last but not least are my books, okay? I would love for you to get these books absolutely free. You can get Pick a Horse, an Amazon bestseller, absolutely free, and the Manifest Journal. You can get both of these in a combination absolutely free. We will ship them to you. You just cover the shipping at deals.noelrandall.com. This book is different from any book I have ever written. Pick a Horse is all about the power to choose you. So one of the ways that I got rich was not only reading great books, but implementing on one thing, picking a horse. My mentor told me, pick a horse and ride it to the finish line, and explained to me that you cannot ride 2 and 3 horses at one time. So you must pick a horse if you want to be successful. So this book talks about how you pick that focus, how you focus in, how you learn to make a lot of money with your passion, because you really can. You can do the thing that you love and make millions of dollars. You do not have to be stuck doing something that you don't want to do. And then the Manifest Journal is amazing because it actually helps you tangibly write out what that one thing is and work towards that goal and actually achieve that goal in 100 days by programming yourself day and night, going through just very simple. And it's 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening, and you can achieve that number one goal. These 2 things are life-changing, and you can get them again absolutely free just by going to deals.noelrandall.com. It's right here on the screen. It is also in the description box. Go there to get the Pick a Horse book and the Manifest Journal absolutely free. You just cover the shipping. You can get both of those. We will ship those immediately. And again, you can get both of those to help you choose you. I just want to make sure that you have all of the knowledge, all of the resources, and all of the tools that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.